creators. Welcome, guys. I hope you're having a beautifully, phenomenally blessed day. And this is a collective message. So I'll just talk a little bit, see if you guys come on. I'm not doing a particular sign or anything like that. This is just for anybody. But first and foremost, I hope you all had a beautiful Thanksgiving because that's like one of the best days of the year. We get to enjoy food and family and fun times and all that good stuff. So I'm praying that you guys all had a phenomenally fabulous Thanksgiving. And yeah, I'm just super stoked to be here. I just want to say thank you to anybody, all my OGs, my newgies, and anybody that allows me your most precious asset, your time. It is truly an honor being here and a pleasure. And my prayers always is that any of my videos that you guys choose to watch fall upon your heart in a way that remind you to use your discernment and your intuition and to take back your power and go live your best life, right? So, with that being said, I won't take too much time here. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, make sure you guys are checking out because I've got some new readings coming out for the Zodiacs that also have extended readings. Well, it looks crazy. You see my shadow there. So, this is just going to be for the collective. What do I do? I actually don't know what this is in regards to. That was just what Source wanted me to put down. So, Source, what do I do? What do you want to tell to the collective? What do they need to do? What do you need to tell them? What do you need to tell them, Source? What do they need to do? What do they need to do, Source? Okay. What do they need to do? What do they need to do? Okay. What does the collective need to do, Source? What do they need to do? What's up? All right. Cool. So, first, I heard when this flipped over, make sure it's only one card. Make a decision. That was the first thing that I heard when that flipped over. Yeah, just you're manifesting something, right? You want to manifest something, and you have choices, and you get to choose which way you want to go, right? Like, Source isn't going to say one way is better than the other. You could even choose to bring in both of these, yeah. But you're letting go of old habits and beliefs. And here's the thing, it's like you're manifesting some kind of new path. This is something that's new, that's going to bring in some sort of stability. Excuse me, I need a drink. Yes, my water bottle sounds like a dolphin. So, you guys are manifesting something good. You guys are bringing in a completion to a cycle. You guys are learning how to flow with Source and realizing that everything is about choice, right? What else, Source? What other messages do you have for the collective? Okay, I feel like I need to get one more. Yeah, I knew there was one more that wanted to come out. Okay, so we've got the Six of Swords coming out. It wants to come out in the upright. Let's see what we got here. And the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, there's an old, I'm just going to tell you guys, it's an old thought process that's hanging out. You don't want to transform. You don't want to change it. It's just kind of hanging on. And it's like the reason it's hanging on is because it's comfortable. It's just an old way of being. But you're really trying to move past this, whatever it is. You want to move beyond this. And it's like Source is telling you, if you want to move beyond this, you must first look at what it is that you're bringing to the table. Like, are you being honorable? Are you being integrable? Are you being a person of your word? Or are you going back on your own beliefs and things so that you can please other people and not rock the boat? Yeah, death in the reverse. This is dang. So for you guys collective, whoever this is for, this is what has you guys in a place of like stagnation, is not knowing what to do next. Yeah, feeling like, why did I have to get stuck in this journey? Why did I have to get stuck here? Why do I have to go through this? Like, it's scary. Whatever it is that you're in, whatever it is that you're involved in right now, whatever's going on, it's really got you in a state of like panic. And that's okay. When you guys go towards whatever it is that's meant for you, okay? you're going to find some sense of courage within you that gives you guys a lot of stability in what it is that you're going to be doing next. Source, why is the collective having a hard time taking action to transform this vision, this view, this belief that they have? What, how can we help them? Like, what information can we give to them that they can do to overcome this limited vision that they have? And don't take that the wrong way, guys. It's just an old belief. They want this one. Yeah, complete the cycle. Wow, great. Great answer, Source. Great answer. Yeah, complete the cycle. Hey, here you go. Just finish it. Do what you need to do, right? No, like Source is saying, like, you've been inspired to do something, right? Whether that's to take action towards something or whether that's you, um, doing something for yourself, self care. This could be just balancing out your energies. This is doing something that's out of the ordinary for you. And that's what's going to bring you into a state of confidence in order for you to. Wow, I'm really sorry about that, guys. I did not realize my ringtone was on. Okay, whatever. I can't change it because I gotta move you guys in order to change it. So my deepest apologies. That might happen again, and so I apologize. But yeah, you guys, it's like doing something new. You guys are overcoming it by doing something new, getting out of this energy of being distracted by things that don't matter, and finding new hope. Yeah, because you were repressing want for home and family. Look, self sabotage coming out twice here, guys. Like it's like you're the only one that self sabotaged. Nobody else did that. Yeah, it was in hopes of something. It was in hopes that something would work, that something was balanced. Can you tell us more about this? Thank you. Yeah, you guys had to have like it's like a clarity moment, a humbling moment. Something had to happen to humble you guys on your journey because it's like well, I think we get to certain aspects on our journey where we're like, okay, cool, we've mastered this, but then something like a little thorn or something is a knife comes in and it stabs us and we're like, holy crap, I thought I overcame this, and it ends up that we didn't. Like we still had something else to do with it, and that's mostly is closing the cycle. You've got 10 with the world here saying to bring it to a close. Like, I hear rotten fruit will fall on its own. Don't worry about that. And so it's like you have to allow yourself to just let things be as things are. It's like you can't change what's happened. You can't change what's come up to this point, but you can change moving forward what's going to happen next. And it's like not being in a state of uh like anger and hurt, or not being in a state of being judgmental of yourself. This is about allowing you to find the strength to move forward in your own journey with confidence and knowing that what has happened up until now has happened with purpose. I told you it was going to happen again. I'm really sorry, guys. That should be all. Okay, that should be all, but thank you. I am usually really good about that, but whatever. I'm human. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are feeling like you're stuck in the look, here's a 6 of Swords again. You guys want to step up. Like here's the thing, like whatever it is that you want to manifest, you want to step up and do that. But it's been hard for you guys because it's like almost like as nothing has triggered this next step for you. And I don't think that's the case. I think that it's been subtle enough that it's been hard for you guys to see that trigger for what it is until it gets really freaking irritating. Once it gets really irritating, you're like, oh, bitch, I know what I'm by. Like, but that's why Source is saying it's like you almost had to come off of this again. It's like with the Knight of Swords in the reverse, it's conceited energy, but it's not like you're being mean about it. It's like a subconscious feeling. It's something that comes up from deep within that you're not even aware of. It's like the ego fighting to hold on to that last hoorah, before it dies. You have death coming out here. If it was in the upright, it would be the death to the ego. Death to ego, y'all. Die, ego. Okay, sorry. Anyways, let's get some more information on this. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, and that is what's kept you in this state of not wanting to move forward with whatever inspiration you've had. Like it's not, here's the deal. Whoever this is for, it's not that you don't want to manifest the life of your dreams. You do very much. You want to manifest the life of your dreams, right? But again, when it's not like a blatant trigger, sometimes it's hard for us to overcome that aspect of ourselves because it's a subtle body movement, right? It's like something, it's being able to really be in present with your body and what you're feeling in this now moment. And it takes a lot of practice like that actually takes a very lot of practice. Like if you're not meditating regularly, if you're not doing all these things regularly, to find these subtle body shifts sometimes is hard. And so sometimes in order for us to get our lesson, there will be some kind of a catalyst that will be set in place to trigger that on a deeper level until we feel it enough to want to make a change to it. And so what do I do for you guys? It's really allowing this trigger to arise, whatever it is. So if you're getting irritated, if you're feeling any kind of emotion, how can you be present with that emotion and let that emotion guide you to the next step on your journey? Because you want equal give and take on whatever it is. This could be emotional, mental, physical, whatever it is. You want someone to show up with you. It's not even for you, it's just with you. Like, I don't want to be alone on this journey. I don't want to do this alone. I just, want some equal give and take on this damn journey. It gets lonely after a while. It really does. And that's why I feel like this is that protection from the emotional ego. And the whole start when this journey began, it's like the ego comes out and says, oh, well, you've been hurt by all these people in the past, so we're just going to put a block into offering new people an opportunity to come into our lives because we're going to be afraid every time we invite somebody in. And it's in that fear that we're going to run away. And when we run away, we complete the cycle. No, we don't complete the cycle. We actually just go right back into it, right? It's like, but that's the ego coming out saying, oh, no, no, us running away because of what they might do to us in the future, right? And that's something that I think everybody has to endure on this. Yeah. Feeling like completely defeated and not healing. Look at that with the magician coming out again in the reverse. The Queen of Swords being cold towards others because you're afraid that they're going to lie and steal and cheat. It's like not trusting that source has a group of people for you or someone for you. This is like very heartbroken energy. It's like very lonely and very like surrendered to the fact that I'm alone. It's like just basically like you care but you're just done caring. And it's sad. Like this is a really sad place to be at. Like but source is telling you that it's just that's a cycle that you're living over and over because you're reliving the past hurts, the pain that people have put you through, the illusions that people put you in. Whoever I'm talking to is a very deep empath. Like you guys feel things on a next level. Yeah, you guys feel things on a very deep, it's almost impossible level. And so it's like you might have to do some energy cutting tie ceremonies because you guys are carrying a lot of energy that's been reflected back onto you and it's not even yours. And I feel like that's why it's so easy for you guys to replay these situations in the past because I think you are carrying other people's energy and that's being magnified because of the kind of empath that you guys are. Like this is a very different kind of energy coming in than I've ever really experienced. And it's just very like strong. Like I feel it in my heart space, but not only do I feel it in the front part of my heart space, I feel this going all the way down my back from my heart space to my root chakra. It's like this very pressurized feeling that's going all the way down. Like when it affects your heart, it affects the whole of your being. Like it's very deep. Like this is very deep. What else can you tell us, Source, about what this blockage is for the collective? What is this block? Tell us more about this block. Yeah, but this is something that for sure, once you guys do complete, it will be over with. Like, here's this Eight of Coins wanting to come out. Yeah, it's time for you guys to build some foundational energy within yourself. This is like, wow, excuse me. This is like learning how to differentiate your energy from their energy, right? Something I'll give you guys an idea that has helped me a lot on my own journey, and I call it the universal suit. And it's taking time to spend in breath, like for 10 breaths. And then at the end of 10 breaths, like in that 10 breaths, you work on being as present as possible. And then at the end of that 10 breaths, you imagine yourself putting on a suit of divine light and love, right? And it's like that suit is what protects your energy from other energies. And that kind of gives you that sense of separation. It's like you guys are so aware of the connection of all the people around us that that's why it's hard for you to differentiate your energy versus theirs. What are you feeling? How do you feel? What's going on with you? What do you want? Because you're carrying everybody else's energy. And so it's because of this acute awareness of the connection of how we all are truly one tree and many leaves, right? And it's in that energy that you guys are finding difficulty in manifesting your dreams because it's keeping you in an emotional block. And again, manifestation comes from how we feel about ourselves. So even if you feel ugly about yourself and you start to manifest ugly things, right? It's because it's a reflection of that feeling. Source can only meet us halfway at where we're at. And so that's source meeting you where you're at, and it's no plight against you. It's no plight against anybody. It's really coming back into this space of how can I build and be positive and remain positive. I know that I'm on my journey doing the things that are important for me. But it's again that emotional ego holding on. But remember, and that's what you have to get out of it. Remember when it's a safety mechanism, right? The emotional ego is there for purpose. We want to eventually begin to work with the emotional ego on a much more smooth level, right? Not this, I'm trying to protect you. It's more of this, okay, I get that spirit is out to look out for me and I'm going to work with spirit on that, right? And so what happens when we're in this trauma, right? The trauma bonding, the trauma mode, we're reliving trauma in our lives. We're keeping ourselves in a very low vibrational energy and we're not able to receive our guidance. And that is the emotional ego winning out over your spirit. And so it's just about you allowing that inner voice to speak more clearly. And when you listen to that, taking action, no matter how much it scares you, that will help you guys overcome this blockage. This is just emotional ego holding on. Yeah, you guys have something promised to you. Here's that Six of Wands. Their swords coming out again. Yeah, you guys have something very, very big promise for you. This is boss energy coming out here too. I mean, you guys might be inviting in a sugar daddy or a sugar mama. That could be for very few of you guys. I mean, they want me to mention it, so it means that it could resonate with somebody. But really, at the end of the day, this is about you coming up into your own boss energy. So you might be becoming a sugar daddy or a sugar mama. That would be cool. But just being able to really show up in life in a calm, collected manner, knowing what you want, not being afraid of the future because of what's happened to you in the past. It's like using your past energy to manifest the now moment that you want, and not even paying attention to the future, because we never actually live the future. We only live in the present, right? And so that's that energy that's coming in for you right now. Source, what does the collective have to look forward to once they choose transformation? Because I'm nosy. I want to know what'll happen if you choose to do it. Look at that. Look at that. The Knight of Swords coming out when I'm asking this question. You know why it's coming out? They're saying you have to face that. You see how that flew out of the deck? Come on, guys. I can't. This has been happening all night on my readings. This is just crazy. I am like at this point I don't even know if I should be excited about it, appalled. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't really know. So that what happens? What happens if you choose to take this journey? You have to face it. You have to face this. This is an inner belief. This is not someone outside of you. This is not someone down the street. This is not your next door neighbor. This is not mom. This is not dad. This is not anybody but you. And to take accountability for our own actions is oftentimes one of the hardest things that we have to do, because it means that we have to look at ourselves in a way that it's okay for us to judge others based on, but it's not okay for us to judge ourselves. But it's in that self awareness, okay? It's not judgment, it's becoming self aware of your own actions that you're only able to change the direction of your life. So what happens? You have to face that. For that to come out, look, you had it end here, and now you have it coming out at the beginning here. Asking source, what's going to happen if you choose to make a change in your life? The first thing is to face this energy, and that's going to be scary. Exactly. Exactly. You want to turn away from it. You don't want to face that because it's easier to be in this unhealed energy, right? We had all these come out before. Yeah, superficial. This is superficial energy, and I think the thing is that source is going to show you, if you choose to take this, source is going to show you where all your superficial energy lies at, and it might not be pretty. Like, I just want to warn you guys right now, it might not be pretty. Like, it might be some things that maybe you've judged others very harshly on, and to have to look upon that in yourself is oftentimes a hard thing to do. But there is a beautiful energy that's sacred that comes from this, that unravels. It's something that we've not allowed ourselves access to for many, 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 many generations because of the superficiality of the world around us. Everybody living more in the 3D than choosing to be in the 5D and the 4D to experience the 3D, because it's not living in the 3D, we're just experiencing it, right? And sometimes it's a hard concept for people to grasp onto, but it's powerful in itself once you're able to, because then you realize the things that have molded you have been your undoing, which are also the things that you have control over in your own life. It's not anybody else. What else can they expect if they choose to take this journey, Source? What else can they expect if they choose to take this journey? One card, please. Thank you. The Six of Coins in the reverse. You're going to have to see where it is that you also had toxic traits. And this is ooh, yeah, this is a heavy one, okay? Because it's like being an empath, like you being an empath. I just want you to understand, and I get this, okay? I'm not here judging, I'm not here saying you shouldn't do this, because this, I have done this very same thing and had to deal with it, look myself in the mirror and be like, damn, like that was pretty shady, you know? But it's like to get into the victim mentality and say, I'm the one that was hurt because I attracted narcissists, or because I attracted sociopaths, or because I attracted manics, or because I, whoever it was, toxic people, right? I'm the victim because they were all in the wrong. And this is you actually facing the fact that you actually weren't the victim. You weren't the victim. You too were an enabler because you allowed those people to cross over your boundaries. And it's in crossing over those boundaries that kept pushing down on your own self-worth, because it made you feel like you weren't worthy of putting up strong boundaries. And now it's like having to deal with that is bringing you into a state of completion, which is going to take you to the next level. I feel like this is what has been making you feel so stagnant and blocked for so long. It's like saying no to the things that might be tempting to say yes to now, so that later you can say yes to the things that are actually meant for you, not things that are just going to teach you more lessons. Yeah. This is an addiction for you. Ooh. Oh, okay, you guys, and I know you might get mad. Please do not get mad. Again, I'm the messenger. Is seriously. The addiction is it's like an incessant need for approval from others, no matter how small the offering is. Okay, and again, I'm not here saying that's a bad thing. I was a people pleaser like nobody's business. This that shit got to me in the end. I couldn't be it anymore. I couldn't be like that anymore because it was something that was like weighing on me. But this is what Source is saying. The thing is that you're gonna have to face the depth of this wound, and the wound is deeper than you just being defiant. The wound is deeper than you maybe having greedy bones in your family or whatever it is. The wound is as deep as not being nurtured and not being accepted as a child. And the addiction stems from that wound, and that's how you've always believed that you were worthy of being treated. And it happened at a young age. But it's like, if they offer me something small, that's better than nothing. And so it's like settling for less because of what people catch on. They catch on to this energy. They're like, oh, just Sarah, if I give her just a box of carrots, or whatever, she's going to be my best friend for the week. So I'm just going to give her 2 carrots and see how far that gets me. But she still gives the same amount every time, whether she gets 2 carrots or the whole box. You know what I mean? Like, it's like no matter what, my apologies. My apologies, guys. No matter what, there is this energy around you that it's like, as long as someone pays attention to me, then I at least matter. And the truth of it is, whoever this is resonating with, the reason that you matter is not when somebody accepts you. I want you to take a deep breath in right now. Like just hold that breath and feel it inside of your lungs. Now let it out. That's why you matter. You have breath in your lungs. You live. You have life. You have the ability to choose free will what you do with your life. Does it make it easy? No. Is it simple? Yes, but that doesn't mean it's easy. To overcome people pleasing energy is oftentimes the hardest thing because it's that fear of what if I'm not accepted? You know what? It's better to be alone and happy than to have a grip of friends and to be lonely as hell. And that's what source is trying to point out. It's like you may have some friends in your life right now, but they might not be real friends because you people please them. And then as soon as you change your tune, whatever it is that you're doing with your journey, these people are going to show their real colors and it's going to hurt. And what's going to hurt the most is that you're going to realize that you took less than what you deserved. And then it's going to be again fighting with that self-worth. I am worth all good things that come to me, right? You are worth all good things that come to you. What else can you tell us about if the collective takes this journey? What else should they expect? What else should they expect on this journey, Source? Source is just being real. Like this is real heavy coming out because I feel like you guys are in a space where you're ready to hear it. Yes, there may be some resistance, but you guys are definitely opening up to a space where you're ready to hear the harsh things. It's like tough love, right? It's not like Source is trying to be mean or anything like that. No, no, this has nothing to do with that. This has to do with just making sure that you know, when your parents, they're just like, we have to do this to make sure that you understand why you shouldn't be doing this. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the energy. It's like, even if you choose to stay on the course that you're on, there's just going to be something else that comes in that triggers this awakening. You can't run from the triggering. You can continue to try, but it's eventually going to get so heavy and deep and hard and bad and suffering and pain and all this other stuff that it's like you're going to be so sick and tired of being sick and tired that you're like, I got to change. Oh, y'all a star. Yeah, you guys, you have a beautiful promise for you. You just do. Like, Source is telling you, it's like when you face this, there's going to be hope for you, from within. It's not about focusing on what other people want for you. It's not about focusing on are they going to accept you or not. It's not about any of that. Like, it's you facing your own internal fears that have kept you from doing what you needed to do. And it's in facing those that you're able to find a sense of deep self acceptance, which I feel like has been very difficult for you because you're carrying everybody else's bunk ass energy. Right? If everybody else doesn't accept themselves, you're an empath. You're a sponge for emotions. So now you're carrying all their spongy ass, dirty ass water emotions in you. It's like, how can you have hope when the whole of the world doesn't have hope? And that's why I feel like it's so important for you guys to do a very, whatever it is, a protection suit, a protection prayer, a protection ritual, a protection meditation. Okay, there's so many things. Whatever works for you guys, every morning before you get out of bed, just make sure you're covered in the light bubble of love and divine source guidance. Like, that way you guys can begin to differentiate your emotions from others, and that's going to help you heal a lot faster here, like a lot faster. You've been reluctant to face reality when it comes to letting go of people. This is hard for you. This is hard for you to let go of toxic people. You may even know that they're toxic. Like, this baffles me too, but don't worry guys, I get it. You're in this energy of knowing these toxic people and you want to be a boss, but you're still like wanting them to come along the journey with you, and Source is saying they're not gonna, they can't, they're just not meant to go on the journey with you because they don't know what your boundaries are. And the minute you set a boundary with them, which is part of this journey, these people, I'm just telling you, they're really gonna show their true colors. And it's gonna hurt. Okay, it's gonna hurt because these people promised and promised they were always gonna be best friends, whatever. They just show up, this, that, and the other. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is that they've done to make you believe that they're going to be there for you no matter what, through thick and thin. What's going to hurt the most is that the minute that you set a boundary that they could leave, and that knowing that could keep you from setting a boundary. But it's like, in that, can you find strength in knowing that down the line you're going to meet individuals who are going to accept you 100% for who you are? And I feel like you realize that, and it's that little shred of hope is what keeps you going, saying like, shoot, if they were that there that long and they didn't respect the true authentic me, then wow, that really shows where I was at, right? Yeah, not wanting to change. That makes sense that this came out like after I was talking about that. That's what I was saying. It's like that could prevent a lot of you guys from making that decision. It could prevent you guys from moving forward with that, because that is scary. Like, a lot of people are like, well, my best friends have been my best friends since I was in elementary school. Right. And in elementary school you also met them at the prime time of your childhood wounds, and that's a reflection of those childhood wounds. As much as anybody who doesn't want to admit it, everybody we meet in our lives is a mirror for us. They mirror back to us what we need to overcome within ourselves. And it's not that we're broken, it's just something that has kept us blocked off from enjoying what we need to have in our lives, or what we want. And it's like that in itself is enough to keep you from changing. But Source is saying, can you use that as fuel to know that there are people who are even better suited out there for you, more aligned? It's a responsibility for you holding on to people who aren't serving you, because you want balance. You want balance and passion, the same kind of drive for life, right? Like the same kind of interests, the same things that keep you guys going together. You want to experience that with friends and family and loved ones. And you want people to be like that. But it's a responsibility for you right now with the people that you have in your life that aren't standing up for that. They're not standing up for that for you, right? They're just not. So what do? Well, there's hope. There's hope, but I'm just going to be real with you. Source is pointing out that this journey that goes to hope, it's going to be, if you would willingly make it, it's not going to be easy. It's not. It's going to be riddled with ups and downs. And are you willing to handle that? Building a strategy. We have number 3 with Red Fox strategy here. It's like just knowing that you can always make a plan for what you want to do. It's not like you got to cut everybody off, but it's like maybe you just say, okay, my plan is to really pay attention to the way that people are treating me. Like, when I talk about what's near and dear to my heart, how do they show up? Do they show up, or do they tune out? Do they get on their phones, or do they give you shit about it? Like, these are the things. It's like making small goals. And then even if they show you that they tune out and that they're not really backing you out, it's not about cutting them out right away. Again, this is about paying attention how you show up. So noticing what you're doing when they're doing those things. Like, are you trying to people please them by going into the topics that they want to talk about, or are you creating a boundary and saying, look, it's my turn to talk. I've talked about whatever it is that you guys talked about, so let me talk about what I want to talk about. And if they don't want to, then that's your cue to just, all right, cool, well, I gotta go, I got things to take care of. Is it simple? Yes. Is it easy? No. Connecting with Source will help you along the journey. This card talks about, look, and then we have Hermit energy coming out with the Island Solitude. Yeah, it's like spending time with yourself to observe your own actions when you're away from them after you've hung out with them, and then asking Source, what am I learning from this? What is this bringing to me? And you're going to find it has nothing to do with the people that are in your life. It doesn't. It has everything to do with the wounds and the scars. Like, it's like the things that you're trying to reveal to yourself so they don't look so scary in the dark, right? That's the truth about shadow work. It's like finding out those things that we've hidden in the dark. Sorry guys, my dog, she's barking. We've hidden in the dark and hoping that, no one else will see them. We have do something for someone, give your attention to another. So yeah, there's somebody else that's coming. Hey, no. No. Hold on, guys. Hold on. She's going to start barking like crazy. Let her out. I apologize. You better go. Come on. Go. 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 Run. My apologies, guys. Because she wants to play, and when she wants to play, she's a little punk about it. So I do feel like there is somebody else that's coming into your life. Again, a friend. This could be a soulmate. This could be soul trad coming in. There's no telling. It could be anybody, because everybody's at a different point on their journey. All right, and then I do want to get a number. Source, what number does the collective need to check out this time just to personalize their reading a little bit more? What number will help them to get the courage to do what they need to do moving forward? Because this is going to take a lot of courage. Thank you. So we have 8 on the bottom. So zero, source is saying this. So when zero comes out, this is the only real number, right? Because this is the number of source, part of creation. All other numbers are man made. And so this is source saying that your message is this. This is your message. Like you can choose to do with it what you will. All right. So whatever zero means to you, some say the full is a zero. It's just about being at the beginning. There's a new opportunity, right? But for me, zero is a number from source saying this is the message I have for you. And you can always look up 80. So that's the number that came out together here. So if you guys want to look up a number, you can look up 80. I was going to draw 3, but source doesn't want me to. So, because this, with this coming out, this is very plain and simple saying that this is the next steps on your journey, whether you like it or not. I'm telling you guys, sometimes source be like rough, like dang, like I was talking on another video. I was like, sometimes you gotta set some boundaries with source. Like, be like, look, source, I know you want me to get there as quickly as possible. I got you, but shoot, let me process for a second because there's a lot to take in, right? And that's okay. Yeah, nurturing is a big thing with you right now. So I feel like getting a lot of rest, taking action, nurturing yourself, getting rest, taking action, nurturing yourself, getting rest. It needs to be like a routine for you. And Source is saying to get out and spend time in nature because it's in nature that you guys will find a lot of inspirations. Also, if you guys talk to nature, I know we're coming up into winter, at least where I am. You're not going to see a lot of activity going on, but I think that this is imperative for you guys to start picking a favorite tree or something that you're going to be able to see in spring and just start giving it all kinds of love. Like, tell it stories, tell it what's going on in your life. Just be like, I just needed a friend. And this sounds crazy, I know, but it's not. And then when springtime comes, watch as that plant or whatever it is that you chose is like blooming even bigger than it has before. Why? Because it's receptive of your love, and in turn, when it's able to, it gives that love back to you. I've done this many times. I love sunflowers, and whenever I see sunflowers, I go and I tell them beautiful things, and the sunflowers will grow so big. And it's just always the ones that I talk to. It's such a trip. And it's like you can absolutely test the theory if you guys don't believe me. If you got houseplants, try it on your houseplants. Creation, snake. So 43, 7 coming out. This is the number of luck. Luck if you change what it is that you're doing, right? Because you have a lot of reversals here. So you have to change what it is that you're doing in order for you to be lucky. You're already lucky. Like it's not like luck is some for some and not for others. It's like luck comes based on our openness and our awareness of the universe around us and our ability to flow and to go with the ups and downs, right? And so it's important for you guys to shed this old skin and come up into a new state with a golden heart. You guys are rooted in your heart energy now. It's like letting go of those old hurts and wounds and not being so angry towards what has happened in the past, because there's definitely a sense of anger that's coming out. I just saw it actually. It's like red-eyed anger. I just felt right now. It's like, did somebody steal an idea from you or something like that? And Source is saying like that was part of the journey. Like this is again an example that's coming out right now. It's like this is a part of the journey. If somebody stole something from you, you think so that somebody stole something from you. No one can steal anything from you because your authenticity is what makes it yours. And if somebody's not being authentic to their journey, it will fail for them. So it's saying maybe you tried and you failed. If you failed, was that really being your most authentic self when you took it on? And that's what Source is saying. Like those are the things that Source wants you to look at, because that's shedding that old skin of believing that there's by right, everything is yours. Everything is a blessing. Everything is a blessing. Whatever you've been given, good and bad, is a blessing. And that's the truth. Embrace your emotions. Allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. Number 18, which is 9, bringing this to a close, right? Absolutely. It's been hard for you guys to feel this energy because, again, this is looking at something about yourself that you might not enjoy. Like I said earlier, it's not easy. This is going to be a difficult situation for you guys, but it is a part of the journey. It's allowing yourself to accept yourself as a whole being, knowing that It resides within all of us, good and evil. It's as simple as that. It resides within all of us. There's nothing that anyone can do to change that. We have Ernest Hemingway coming out. He says, treasure those seconds when you felt your heart beating. Didn't I say to take a breath earlier in this video because that's your worth? Exactly. Your heartbeat in your chest is enough for you guys to know that you have purpose and worth to be on this planet. Stop letting other people make you feel unworthy. That's you giving your power away to them and their acceptance, and they get the power to rule over you. Take that shit back and be like, you know what? You guys can accept me for who I am, or you can sit on it and rotate. Either way, I don't give a damn. And it's just takes practice showing up and being in that energy, right? Trust those seconds. Treasure those seconds when you felt your heart beating, because that is the gift. Don't allow any tourists into your own private Paris. Exactly what I was just saying. Taking back your energy and telling everybody else to basically F off, because if they don't feel good about you, that's not your problem. That's their problem. That has nothing to do with you. But it means that you do have to look at what have you been enabling others to do when it comes to treating you certain ways. And that's not easy, okay? It says to love someone and to mean it is a rare and valuable thing. And this is under the friends. So I really feel like you guys are going to open yourselves up to soul family soon. It's on taking this journey. You are going to be given an opportunity to connect with people who are like-minded on the similar path, who have the same goals as you. Both writers coming out here. I love this. You guys could be a writer. Don't be afraid to take that up either. We have Mary Shelley. She wrote Frankenstein. She says the beginning is always today. Yeah, so instead of reliving the past over and over again, it's like, what can you do today to begin to open up space? It's like we all talk about healing, and in the truth, what healing is making space. It's like creating a vortex and letting go of the old so that new can come in, and in multitude, right? So, how can you make space by beginning today? What can I do to change my course of direction? If you start asking yourself now, it's not that you're going to get an answer right now. And you could, that's great. But it's allowing yourself the space to receive that answer, okay? Elegance is inferior to virtue. Being virtuous to yourself, okay? It's not about how you appear to others. It is not about people pleasing. This is about you finding out what is so important to you at your core and standing by that, being strong in that. We have a slavish bond to parents cramps every faculty of the mind. And this is a wound stemming from your childhood. She's just coming in and clarifying that right now, that you guys have a childhood wound. And it's nothing to be, you know, upset about. It's just something to heal. Maybe you just didn't get the approval that you were looking for when you were a child, and that's okay. How can you give that? Okay, thank you. How can you give that approval to yourself? We had these fall out, so I don't know what we got coming out here. So we have Dragonfly, moving beyond self-created illusions that have limited your growth. Yes, this is the ghetto deck, guys. There's no rhyme or reason to these messages, so yeah, this is you overcoming those things that you thought, like, again, pointing the finger, blaming other people, putting it on other, well, it's all their fault, I'm the victim. This is like you realizing, oh wow, like I actually do have control over this. Like, holy moly. Like, we got Tiger. No longer fear your journey. You are the epitome of strength. What have we been talking about this whole time? Journeying. Exactly. Moving forward on your journey. This is about you taking the strength from within and really pushing yourself to that next level out of your comfort zone into that creative being that you are, the being of light and love. How do you do that? By bringing in self care. That is so important for you guys. See yourself as marriage material. So this could have been an ex that broke your heart. This could have been anything. And I feel like right now you're fighting with this idea that you belong to somebody somewhere. Okay. Like that's what I feel like this. And they're just saying to see yourself as very valuable material. Like you are gold. You are more precious than gold. You're the most precious gemstone times 1,000. Like, okay, just see it as that you are so precious that anybody that comes into your life, you're so precious that they're going to be married to you for life and come as their highest self. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying you're going to marry all your best friends, but what I'm saying is like that union of them staying with you through thick and thin, ride or die, right? But you got to see yourself like that first, right? You can't expect someone else to do something that you yourself aren't willing to do. They want the old unchanged you. Yeah, so there's again those that friend energy coming up saying that, like, and this could be a partner, this could be a lover, right? But they don't want you to change, and it's like they kind of go out of their way to make you stay in that bunk energy. And what do we have here? Oh, yep. Okay, so you guys are definitely, some of you guys are in a sexual relationship or a relationship with somebody. It says this connection is strictly bringing you sexual healing. Sexual healing is to the sacral chakra. So you guys are learning how to heal your sacral chakra, which is perfect with snake coming out because that's the creative energy. Plus writing energy, that's about getting in touch with your emotions, which is your sacral chakra. I love that this totally happened by accident. That the pen that I used to write that was actually orange. It's light orange, but it's the orange pen out of the Sharpie deck. Thank you. Yeah. So right now there's a lot of combative energy around you, quarrelsome, arguing, a lot of fighting. This fight or flight mode. I feel like it's like you're just you really got your dukes up. Like it's like you feel like you got to defend yourself from every angle. And that's what Source is saying. And part of that's because you're disconnected from that sacral chakra energy, and that's healing energy. When you're not connected with that, you're not able to bring that healing energy. And so once you connect with that, you'll be in a place of serenity and delightment, happiness, and everything like that. But right now, there's a lot of quarrelsome energy. Yeah. And you're really miserable and depressed. I think like it's been noticeable that you're depressed. I really think it has. Like, and it's just because this person, like, they might not be like very forceful about their toxicities either, and that might be hard for you to see the red flags, but they're still there. And that's what Source is saying, like they're still there. Don't think that they're not, just because. Okay, I guess these want to come out. Excuse me, guys. We'll get some ghetto messages. All right, I hear one more Source, not 1,000. Okay, thank you. From the ghetto bag. All right, we'll see what we got going on here. How many did we get here? Oh, that's a whole bunch, Source. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, well, I'll take it anyways. It's cool. I'm going to read it. But I'm not taking any more, okay? So, so this person is definitely bringing you guys a rebalancing of the chakras. And that's to be in this now world where we're at. One must be able to embody that creativity within, because it's that is what's going into the new world. Like whatever comes in the new realm moving forward, it's all going to be about our creative energy, rebalancing the feminine energy, no longer having this, oh, like fight or flight mode, no longer having this, we all got to be in our masculine energy. Like we're working as a unit to balance feminine energy, which has been so misplaced for so long. And it's like with this, you're in a situation that very much embodies that within you. And so it's like allowing yourself to balance that within you, right? And then we have study ancient wisdom. You will find the answers, or you will begin to find your own answers, and you're fearing the unknown. Yeah, it's like you're very afraid to move forward because it's like what happens next. So with marriage material up here, you guys could be married. You could be married, and to have to leave this means that you have to change your whole life around. And it's like I keep hearing, is it really worth it? Because that's hard, that's a lot. And it's like, well, what is more important to you, staying in a situation that you're sad about, or moving on and possibly getting all the things that you ever wanted? And I know you're sitting there, but it's only a possibility, but it's a pretty high probability possibility. Like, it's like you got a good chance. Like Source looks out for those that look out for themselves. All I want is to love you for forever. Like, this is that energy. I feel like this person uses sentences like this to keep you around. Like this is what, and this feeds your ego, and it makes you feel wanted and loved and accepted. And that energy is the toxic energy. It's like no longer being in a situation where you want people to say what you want to hear. This is like being in a situation where you see the truth because you're feeling with your heart. You have the ability to do that. Take back your power. What did I say? You're giving your power away. I said this too, just not even that long ago. Source saying you got to take back your power from people like this. You can't just rely on people to tell you what you want to hear. Like, you got to trust yourself enough to use your discernment in situations like this. Too scared to say I love you. Yeah, so there's somebody else that's coming. Like, again, I said that over here. There's somebody else that's coming. Do something for someone, give your attention to another. I feel like this person's known you for a long time, but they're too afraid to say that they care about you, or that they really do love you. And they probably know about the situation that you're in right now, too. And so that's another block. And I'm not saying to do this for this other person coming in. This needs to be you doing this for yourself, okay? Fall. Yeah, so we're in fall right now. Okay, but this was not channeled as a time frame. These were channeled as what they represent. And when you think of fall, what's the first thing you think of? To let go, right? To release those things, because this is not going to serve you for the journey moving forward. You're about to come into a time of reflection, and then after reflection it's rebirth, right? Reflection is symbolic of death. It's like letting go so that you can die and be reborn again. That's what the seasons represent. And so as you're coming into this, it's like, how can you let go of the things that are no longer serving you so that you can allow your space for growth in summer, to blossom? Allow yourself space to blossom, to become a full being within your own energy, within yourself, to stop carrying what everybody else is projecting onto you, and rather see what it is that you've been projecting onto others unknowingly. And it's in healing that you'll be able to draw back your own energy, and you'll be able to protect yourself from these psychic attacks, from these, energetic attacks. Source, this is Source. I love you. I think you just need to be reminded that you're loved always, and you're cared for, your guides, your angels. This is everybody that's walking with you on the ether on this journey. They want you to know how much you're loved. And they're just, I think the thing is like they know how sad you are right now, and they know how much you just want to be appreciated. And it's like, everybody right now that's around you is not going to appreciate you in the way that you want to be appreciated. Like, they're just not, because you're not appreciating you the way that you need to be appreciated. And that's why they're coming in. Like, you're not going to get it from all these other people, but we're going to say it to you because we care about you. And they do love you. They want, like, there's so much love here. It's like, I feel like you're fighting for love in the 3D realm, and they're saying just let it go and let us love you and guide you, and stop pointing blame. This came up earlier too, where it was like, it's easier to point out, put it on them. Well, I'm the victim and you're the predator, and I'm the one that got hurt and you're the one that hurt me. Like, the victim mentality is a toxic trait in its own. And you do bring a lot of toxicity into the relationship too, because it's an enabling energy. And that's sometimes that duality. It means that we also have to look at the negative side of ourselves as well as the positive side, and we have to find balance between those things, which means that we equally hold as much evil and as much good as the next person. That's being human, right? Yeah, and you're being gullible. Like, I feel like this goes back to that all I want to do is love you forever. I feel like when this person comes in, whoever this is, whatever the situation is that feeds on your ego, it tells you exactly what you want to hear, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna follow it. Wow, I just got a really weird pain right above my left eyebrow, right next to my third eye, but not quite on it. Like, are you guys dealing with migraines when you go home at night? This is also saying that you're not listening to your intuition. They say that you're not listening to your intuition when we're giving you the insight. It's like you hear the insight, but it's almost like you're twisting it to be what you want it to be. And they're saying that that is keeping you from making this transformation. So again, being gullible, it means that you have to really allow yourself the opportunity to make sure you understand the inspirations that you're getting from your guides and from source. And it's in understanding that you guys will be able to overcome these situations that aren't serving you, okay? Wow, I'm really sorry. It just got really noisy outside. There's some shit going on. So, guys, you have the opportunity to bring in some phenomenal change into your life. I want you to remember, though, you have free will. So you have to choose what's best for you. At the end of the day, you always have to choose what's best for you and do what you feel is right by using your intuition and your discernment. Okay, that's the gift that the source has given us, is our intuition and our discernment. We can't always bend situations to fit the way that we want them to, even though being human, we will We will do that. We will do that. Everybody does that. Okay? I'm not judging you because I've done this shit too. It's cool. We're all on it together, guys. And if we don't take accountability for ourselves as a whole, no one will. Okay, I love you. You're beautiful people. Whoever you guys are, you have a beautiful energy about you. Own that and take back your own power, okay? Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel down below. Set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. I appreciate you guys allowing me your most precious asset, your time. It is truly an honor and a blessing for me, guys. If you're interested in supporting the channel, check out the description box down below. That is all linked down there. If you're interested in a personal reading, that is all down below along with instructions. And yeah, I'm going to get out of here. Until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we meet each other next time. Mwah. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye.